And we live with you. What's great with you today, man? Today we gonna try a different backdrop. We outside. I'm gonna say what's up to the YouTube family. I'm gonna say what's up to your Facebook family, and man of all, I'm gonna say what's up to my family right here with me.
Yo.
Today on the truth behind a smile. A lot of times we smiling, but life ain't sweet. So that's what made me come up with this topic for this podcast. Because a lot of times you might see me smiling, but I'm traumatized. I'm feeling like a fraud. So we having a wonderful conversation off camera. I want the camera to jump on right now. Professor Q, my boy Reggie, who I first did my first official podcast with. He's back. Y'all asked for him. Here he go.
We
So Q, tell me something about yourself, baby. Like, what's going on?
Oh man. Oh, ain't much to tell today. I went to work, got up early this morning, went to sleep. I'm refreshed. I'm relaxed. I'm ready to get started. We're gonna jump into this thing and see what's cracking.
Mm-hmm.
We got Reggie here.
Yeah, man.
Reggie.
That's what's up.
what's that?
You asked about him, like, what Reggie at?
Okay.
And he's back. He is back. He is back. So, go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, man. The day I was doing my thing, I had went to a little educational summit for kids, man.
What kind of work you doing now?
Huh?
Let's start off with that. What kind of work are you doing? I know what you're doing, but tell the people about yourself, man. What has Reggie Cullman doing since the last time we had that interview in that truck? The people want to know what's going on. The goings on.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I've been working in treatment recovery, trying to get my own business started. Still working on. It's a lot. I just put it like that.
So break down in different pieces. Take your time. Hey, he nervous, y'all. So just bear with him. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we all go through it.
Yeah.
But this is why it's live. We want to show you. We might be smiling, but on the inside there's a tsunami going on.
Yeah.
So just
because and the tsunami is everything ain't going right the way I want it to go right now. I'm working on a lot of things, but it just ain't going right
moving
now.
Real fast.
It ain't. Yeah. But you know, I'm doing the recovery thing. Helping out there. I'm mentoring kids. I love that, man.
So you work with youth?
Yeah, okay, man. Okay. But I need to probably. I want to get y'all around now.
Word
for real.
I'm game.
I want to get anybody who want to help. You know, done lived a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, done went through stuff.
Oh yeah, that's real stuff,
man. For real. But yeah, man. That's what I've been doing. I'm just trying to fulfill my purpose in life.
What's the age groups you deal with?
From middle school to high school.
Oh.
Some of them out.
Okay.
Some of them out.
So
but
right at that right age where they need somebody to kind of intervene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how it was.
I went through it. Boy. I was in middle school.
Middle school.
Middle school, man.
Woo.
The traumas and fears that the feedback, the trauma and fears that middle school has brought us, and then the habits we still have brought this podcast on. So it's speaking about what are our biggest fears and what habits have they formed? What are our biggest fears and what habits have they formed? That's what we're speaking about today. Yeah. So while you thinking about it, because there's something we've been having a conversation about. My main thing was sex.
Yeah.
I was looking at sex as therapy when I was feeling bad about myself. I'm feeling depressed. I want to use a woman to make me feel better about myself and get a dopamine hit. So now I'm feeling better about myself. She's feeling better about herself. I get a temporary fix, and I feel a little better for temporary. But the thing about it is like a crack high. You gotta keep chasing it. And I gotta do more. But at the end of the day, I realized, like, what am I truly getting besides giving life away, making myself weak, and I'm just not allowing myself to be my true highest self. I'm giving too much of myself away freely on a constant basis. You feel me?
Hey.
Yes.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And to me, you said something, like, I never felt like I had to chase that. It always came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was accessible. Just put it.
Like,
it was there.
Yeah.
It was always there.
Always.
You had to
always
pick it a little.
But think about it. So So think about how much more discipline you need if you're not chasing it is chasing you.
Oh,
So
that's a
think
good
about
one, though.
so think about how much easier it is to form that type of habit
Yeah,
that you have. But then you might not be chasing the chick chasing you, but you chasing that feeling.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So now, as soon as she make that phone call, made yourself available. You might be tired, but she made that phone call.
Yeah,
Got
you
energy
ready.
from nowhere. So we understanding how powerful our fears can learn lead into different habits. So that's kind of like the topic we're kicking around. I started out with mine looking at sex addiction. That's what I did when I'm feeling fearful.
Or,
I'm feeling depression. I'm feeling angst. To give y'all time to thought about it, I'm just gonna throw my bomb out there. Mine was sex.
I mean, because, well, that's one of mine, and it's a major. I, man, I have a sex addiction because I don't know. I just got to the point where it's like that is a major part of my life. For some people, it may not be, but
Well,
like
we talking about you.
sex for me,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a vital part of my daily. Yeah.
What do you think? Now that definitely is the effect of it, but what do you think the cause of it is? Now with me, once again, I've been thinking about this. The cause of mine was by me being exposed to sex so early with my mom having sex in bed with me. I never allow her to that day have to touch and cuddle me and hold me and to feel a connection.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt connected. So now we're different women. I'm looking for a connection. I'm
There
looking to
you
be
go.
held.
There you go.
I'm looking to be comfort. But once that's over, I want you around me. So I know it's an imbalance. It's not fair for them. It's not fair for me. But I gotta understand it's my childhood trauma and the fear of me being snapped away by me being kidnapped. So it's so much fear from my childhood that throw us off. I was kidnapped at 5 years old from Lauderdale, Manor. One that I never came home for like a month. So me being ripped from my mom, it put me a fear of not being too far from her. Then being fearful of not trusting what a woman say. Cause mama say you gonna come get me, and they ain't come get me yet. But this unwinding so many different fears that I have that still are affecting me in relationships right now that I'm dealing with as a grown man. You follow me?
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with me is like it's kind of what you said, but because I didn't have a lot of intimacy, I didn't have a lot of wasn't no hugs and kisses and it just with sex with me is that closeness, the intimacy. You know what I'm saying? And even when, because at the same time, if it's someone that I'm really not, like, when I was kind of just doing my thing, if I'm really not that close to you, it's still I want to be close to you at that moment.
Yeah.
And then once we finish, okay, now that's done. You can go about your business. I got my intimacy moment. I got my closeness.
Moment.
And that's kind of what it was. And then, but yeah, I got addicted to it because I like that feeling. It's a rush. You know what I'm saying? It's like a high. So
It
it's
is
like,
a high.
yeah.
It light up the same part of your brain if you're on cocaine or goddamn what's your face, that dopamine.
Okay.
That same play like sugar hit your brain.
Wow.
Really like you got to burn his eye over there, but you move, you twitching.
Nah, I did, and then it kind of like helped me understand a lot of stuff about myself as far as like I already knew I was like this, but
When you say like this, what you mean?
when I see sex, I always thought of it as the intimacy part.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I was always look for that. Like to me, I was trapped in sometimes female telling me they like me. Nigga, what? You like me? So, like, I used to do it. Well, but I'm just say I was looking for not the intimacy part, but as in a bond, as in we good on that.
You want to connect with someone?
Yeah, that's only
that's
like
that
I was
feeling.
exposed to sex at an early age, so
What
the
age?
way
What age
people
was you?
the way people see me, or the way some people see sex, I don't see it that way. To me, even growing up, you saw sex on TV as a woman like, and acting tripping. You feel me? I'm saying like she was into that person. That's what I was
Is that
thinking.
what you're looking for? Somebody being into you when you're doing that?
Into me, but if you into me before you into me, that's intimacy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You into me. See,
Hey, I like that.
I was
That
in,
part.
she was
Yeah.
into me, so I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
So, boy, if you're into me, like to me,
Uh-huh.
man. So because it was put to me to have that, I didn't. You can keep
So
that.
that thing was real.
I was able to say that, bro.
So as soon as she showed, she gave you genuine interest, and she showed that she was really digging you. You was in.
We went through the relationship process. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? And just speaking.
No, but that's cool. But also too,
Cause we
he
what we
leaving
on?
something out.
Huh?
He leaving out. He always search for relationships too.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what? Watch this. It was kind of the same thing with me. I remember we was in high school. It was like I would break up with a chick. The next day, I got a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
The very next day,
yeah,
I got another old lady.
But you had it like that too. That you could. See, I knew I had it like that. My bad. But see, when I go to talking like that, you might feel away. But I knew I had it like that.
No, speak
but
the truth.
I'm saying,
that we're here for.
Q, Professor, you know you had it like that too, bro. I came up with you. At least I thought you knew.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
I knew
dog here too.
But watch this. We open up. I was scared of chicks back in the day. I'm not gonna say I was intimidated. It was like when chicks like I say this, I was kind of insecure. Like chick go, she's showing genuine interest, like, what's up with you, blah blah blah. I was like, she really want to be with me? And I'm questioning myself. I'm like, nah, if I can go back in time, oh my gosh. But it was just like really, I was so insecure because I didn't really know who I was, and I always had this fear of rejection.
Yeah,
and that's not talk about a fear. That's a major fear of mine. I've always had that fear of rejection, to not fit in. And
yeah.
trust me, now I totally overcame that because I could really care less who likes me or not because I don't reject me. I accept me all day long.
Hey,
but yeah, that was a major fear.
That was my issue too. But I was raised by a woman too, so I took a lot of woman ways, and I treated my sex like a woman would treat it. You know what I'm saying? For real, I ain't gonna lie. I used to treat myself like, man, hey, you can't get none of this unless you do some type of mental commit. Mental commit.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta be on point.
You just said something. Then you were raised by a woman.
Yeah.
So you treated your sex and looked at sex the same way a woman looked at sex.
Exactly.
I mean, for real. When you think about it, watch this.
I ain't giving myself away to any and everybody, bro. But you had to speak some sweet nothings in my ears. My bad for falling for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but wow, it's just I'm looking at the perception that you have behind sex based on who raised you. That makes so much sense, though.
I mean, watch this. Think about it. Well, I was raised by my mother. I came. My parents got divorced when I was 12, but once I kind of got into that, like the puberty stage, my mother was the one that she taught me how to treat a woman. I mean, literally, look, I'm gonna sit down and y'all gonna have to understand it. You don't treat a woman like this. You don't do this. You don't do that. This is what you should do. She sat us down and pretty much gave us a blueprint. Even like you go out there and and if you get older, if you find a woman and she got a child, if you love the cow, you gotta love the calf. And this is the type of stuff that she would just put inside of our brain, So it's like I knew what it was that I was supposed to do. And then on top of that, then I looked at my mother and just kind of like what they said, I looked for a woman that had the same qualities and characteristics that my mother had. So it's like, one, you had to be intelligent. You had to have a little bit of feistiness in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like that type of stuff. You had to be intellectual. You had to hold a conversation. You had to have a great personality, stuff like that. You had to be a people person. It's certain things that I looked as a criteria or a prerequisite of the type of woman that I wanted to be with. Or if you want to be with me, this is what you got: X, Y, Z, blah blah blah. Yeah, it was a checklist. You got to go through it. Because guess what? They doing the same thing. I would perceive.
Hey, Professor, I'm gonna tell you, that's how I learned too. But at the same time, I did have some other, and women probably need to know this too,
Of course, 1,000%.
because I had other people. Like I always look for a female that was like my mama, and if you look, at, yeah, you gonna see or you will know. But at the same time, I had another side of me which I was learning because rap music was my thing. I love music, and boy, I grew up on T.H.U.G.
Who was T.H.U.G to you?
Huh?
Who was T.H.U.G to you?
T.H.U.G was like a father figure or mentor to me. You know, because it's certain things that my mama wouldn't talk to me about. She wouldn't have the daddy conversation, so I'm listening to T.H.U.G.
Yeah.
And you know, even my daddy was in my life, but certain things he wouldn't talk to me about. Maybe he thought I already knew. I don't know, but I love him to death for real. Because you know, ain't none of us perfect, but at the same time, you know, I grew up and I wanted to treat a woman like that. But if a woman didn't show me she was like that, like I had the other side of me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I had the other side of me.
And
to me, I'm just being fact truthful.
I was that way with Poison Clan. It was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna treat a woman like a woman, but okay,
Biaza.
Oh, it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You remember what it was out there by the cafeteria, by the weight room, by the wrestling room, out the little breezeway. Trying to holler at a chick. Oh, don't act stuck up. Oh, it's like that. Oh, yeah, she got the business. And it was like, we shouldn't have did it. Well, I shouldn't have did it. It was that I felt rejected. If I try and speak to you because I have a comment, you know, I got a genuine interest in you, I think you fine or whatever, this, that, and other. Hey, how you doing? Can I speak to you for a minute? She's looking at you like, who the hell you is? Oh, it's like, okay, bitch. Yeah.
That rejection.
Yeah, it's going down.
That fear of rejection.
Yeah, now they got rejected. Now I'm mad. I'm in my feelings.
Right.
I'm all the way live now. I done went from 0 to 1,000.
Just like that.
Yeah, now I don't like you no more. That's crazy.
No, but it's showing how deep our fears are. And then once it's triggered, how we go total polar opposite just that quick.
But you know what? And I just thought about it. It just kind of went into my brain. Like it just showed. And at that age, you know, we're in high school. We boys to men. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much at the cusp. So but we fragile, man. I'm talking about, man. I was so fragile and vulnerable. It was like because you're going through so many different changes, and you gotta understand. I ain't even had sex yet. I didn't have sex until the morning after grad. I was 18 years old. I'm getting ready to graduate in 2 weeks, and got my first taste, and I'm happy as hell. But it took that long, and I was upset. People say that's a good thing, you know, but I was like, man. You know, we playing football, running track, everybody talking about it, this, that. Well, you know I'm talking about Q. Yeah, I know it's talking. I don't know nothing. Sitting up here, a big damn virgin. Yeah,
I feel sick over here because I feel like everybody, you know, I feel like everybody I do, I leave it alone. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why you say leave it alone?
Leave it alone. Nah, because I'm telling you, I feel like, for real, because we played, I was on the JV team together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, in my mind, everybody that went through this, in my mind, like to me, even he used to say this, like, if I would have knew that, I'd have been proud of you. No,
that's somebody telling me. I wasn't telling nobody that. Well, I was a virgin.
For real?
All the way through high school. And had all the girlfriends. Yeah. All the way through high school, bro, I had no sex. Till 2 weeks before we graduated, right after grad night. I was a complete virgin. Now the whole world knows.
Wow. Gotcha. I mean,
damn, ain't no virgin no more though, but yeah.
Hey.
That's respectable.
That's good. That's respectable.
But
not
listen,
knowing.
I wanted it bad.
No, I'm not saying you didn't.
I was looking for it too.
Yeah,
man.
A lot
of people be scared to admit that though.
I swear to God. Can I have some?
A lot of people be scared to admit that, bro.
Excuse me, man. Can we all say it? Quincy, you so crazy. I was so serious. I was like, hey, man, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah. That's what they say. How did that work out for you?
It didn't work out well. It didn't work out at all. Matter of fact, Yeah, they was just looking at me like, nigga, you done lost your mind.
So you said something so profound that now y'all play. We all played football together. I didn't play my JV year. I played 10th grade.
You didn't?
No, I didn't
Ninth grade? You
play.
ain't
No,
play?
my mom wouldn't let me.
Okay.
That Joe Witness thing was going on.
Oh, wow.
Heavy. I didn't play 9th grade. I begged my whole 9th grade year. I begged my mama for me to play football.
God, dog.
I did not play 9th grade football. I played 10th grade.
Wow.
So
I don't know why y'all just in my mind.
All 9th grade, I did not play 10th.
Hey, we went. You was on the team.
Yeah.
9th grade. Well, we went undefeated.
Yeah, we did.
No, but I wasn't even on the team the whole year. Man, I was so bad. Hey, only person started there to be Cat. Y'all know Cat.
Yeah,
Cat Ridley.
Really?
Yeah. He started before me, but I got in every game. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And to me, we was a bad team.
We was.
So why you stopped playing?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, let me say right here. What trauma did it cause from you to have to stop playing 9th grade year? What trauma did that cause on you?
So the trauma is, to me, I feel like the trauma is the fellowship with, because I started playing football when I was in 12th grade, but the trauma was not having that connection with a group of, like to me, we were so close on that team. To me, I'm telling you, somebody stole my cleats.
So how did that traumatize you that you couldn't finish your 9th grade season with your football team? How did that traumatize you?
I couldn't process it back then. I couldn't process it because I just gave up. Like somebody stole them, they must have needed them more than me, and I know who stole them.
And why you didn't say nothing? Because of what?
I felt like they need them, like their parents couldn't afford them. You know what I'm saying? I could have confronted the situation, but to me, as a kid, why would another kid steal shoes unless they need them? But to me, I'm gonna tell you. So let's go to this. All right. So when I was a jit, like I was raised with my mama. I got into an altercation one time. My mama took me to the person's house and she showed me conflict resolution. Not go, you better go beat his rump like some people mama do.
Yeah.
My mama didn't do that. My mama showed me conflict resolution. So that might,
I like that.
I ain't saying that is a good thing, because maybe sometimes I supposed to, because I know I could have whooped.
Yeah.
But sometimes because mama showed me that. I whooped some people that all right. Yeah, y'all feel but I'm telling you, if they feel like men's supposed to be fighting, I don't think so. You supposed to know conflict resolution and defend yourself.
Well, I like that.
Boy,
I like that. Tell me a little bit more about that. So tell me how she taught you that.
How she taught me that?
Yeah.
She took me there and she talked to the other person's parent. And like to me, I'm like, nah, all the way there. Because I grew up on that too. Like, nah. They gonna pick up it for real because you going, da. My mom went to, and me and him got closer too. But at the same time, it taught me that everything, because he never messed with me again. You can talk to people. If you willing and they willing, you could get something
conflict resolution.
Yeah, conflict resolution.
So you being raised by your mom helped you in a whole lot of ways.
A whole lot of ways, but I ain't sitting here talking about like my daddy would never. My daddy's a stand-up guy. He was there for me. You know what I'm saying? To me, even though he wasn't in the house, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been in the house, but I'm gonna be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the best I could be, boy. Whatever challenge come my way, I don't care. I'm gonna face it. You know, and that's part of what we need to teach our sons too. And that's why I love working with the youth. You know what I'm saying? I love working with the youth, man. Hey,
catch them early, man.
Yeah, catch them early, because to me, if you could plant that seed, hopefully it'll be done grew by 18. By 18, because to me, when I was 18, boy, I was lost. I was lost.
And why you feel like you were lost at 18?
Man, a lot of my friends, all my friends were gone. You know what I'm saying? When I looked up, okay, I'm the only one who cut the food in school, selling weed in school, doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything I wasn't supposed to do in school. I don't want to even.
I mean, you wasn't the only one.
Nah.
Oh, we was always there though.
Yeah.
he don't know your whole story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
he
yeah,
don't-
yeah, yeah,
so he
yeah,
don't quite-
yeah,
I understand the depths of it.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
well, you know,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
not to that extent.
I had a shorty by 12th grade. I got
No,
personality pictures.
I remember.
But dog,
I
what I
know a
had
lot
to
of
do to
stuff you
take
went
care of
through.
my shorties,
Oh,
what I had to do to take care of him,
Reggie, remember now.
bruh.
We
I'm a
done,
jet.
all us kind of had our little episode where I kind of knew what. Watch this. I guarantee you knew what was going on with me. You knew when I had little problems, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. We didn't really see each other every day, but we knew.
Mhm.
You know, I knew kind of the little struggles you was going through and the things you was doing, this, that, and I knew a lot of stuff. But it's just we weren't there
Yeah,
like that.
we was kids.
Yeah, I mean, but
And
then
we didn't have the type of conversation neither.
And I'm gonna tell you, dog. When I came around you, it was about let me go pick up a dog. We finna have some fun because I need to get out of this mind because this mindset, what I had then.
Yeah.
I knew it was issues.
Yeah.
It was issues.
That was an outlet.
But you know what? That was.
But I was glad to have
it
you.
was kind of the same thing. Watch this. That's really how it was. Everybody, we all kind of got together.
Yeah.
But we had our own little lives going on. But we would have issues, but that's what made like the click. That's what I always called it.
Yeah.
The click.
Yeah.
That what made the click so good because whenever we go through something, man, fuck that, man. I'm finna go hang out, man. We finna go over to Ruben High. We finna go get Paria. We finna go whoop-de-woo. We go to CJ High. We finna go to Air High.
Yeah.
And we all get together now. We going wherever, Cricket, Strawberry, whatever, whoop-de-woo. It didn't matter. And we were hanging out. And you can leave everything. It was like I threw caution to the wind. And even I was drinking in back then. It was like, boy, I'm finna get so
it's almost like when we were together, it was the for me, the distraction of what was really going on in life. Because to me, when I get right, y'all, boy, got it. Yeah, and to me, I'm telling you, some stuff you probably were going through, but when we all got together, that's why you got to have a support team, bro. A good support team, bro.
It was that way, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
We was our own support system and did not even know it.
Hey, there's a lot of us. To me, that was in our group, especially at Dillon. Man, almost the whole class. We were good.
Great.
We were good. Man, I'm telling you. Like it was, we had our core people, but it was people. It was the whole Dillon at the time.
Social well.
Yeah. We was getting along better, and that might have been just that day and time.
I don't know. Like we had it. Everybody, it was like we was role players, man. Everybody kind of had a role
on the team.
Yeah.
But think about how often we got a chance to, because just by socializing, y'all can hear me by being around me.
Yeah.
And now that we got older, I don't see you every day.
Yeah.
At school, I see you at least 6 days out of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday might be a little iffy.
Yeah.
So we going from seeing each other from 6 times a day for 4 years, and now I barely see y'all. So just think about the social disorder that it can cause from my childhood, from different type of abandonment. Because sometimes I feel abandoned, like, damn, where my dogs at? We used to be 4 deep, sometimes 5 deep in the car sometimes. Yeah. And now we so isolated because we done got so caught up in the world right now. So I'm glad to have the time that we can actually sit and have more than one person time to talk about this, reminisce how important that was, how healthy that was, man. Yeah. And not having it right now, like how do you feel now not having that same brotherhood you had coming up? Where you can just put the old mentality behind you and pick up a smiling vibe.
I'll be honest, like I still do. It's like I just grew. And to me, I have my y'all boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I can come back to this and beat me, because you know what I'm saying? I gotta be tense and make sure I don't act that way with them. But with y'all, like to me, I still got it. I grew and I still got them, and the connection is different.
Yeah, it's different. It's
totally different.
Just like how as soon as I walked through that, when I walked through that gate, it was like, and I see it where everything said, "Whoa, hey, it's a whole different vibe now." And it's like, ain't no lower vibration. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like everything goes to a high vibration. Everything is positive. And it's like, that's what it is, man. When you can interact with your brothers.
Yeah,
man, it ain't nothing better than that.
Priceless, man. It's a form for me. I realize it's a form of therapy. I started back seeing my therapist, and for us to be able to have free time to talk about ourselves without being judged, but you like, dog, you know what? I do understand that. Well, get what happened to me too. Like, that happened to you too. We found a common bond we had a common bond back in the day was our trauma, but not happening brought together. And now once again our traumas and fear brought us back together to release them, and not knowing we were within arm distance away, had no idea we were suffering in silence.
Yeah.
That shit, but then we still right back here as if we never stopped hanging with each other for back in the 90s. That show you how genuine it is. Even though life put responsibility on us, that's what happens when you grow up. But we still now, as we done been in the streets, you had your day in the streets. You're dealing with the streets. I was dealing with the streets. Now we got the wisdom from it. Now we bring the streets to right here. Combining like we having a conversation at the table and talk about what we did, what we didn't do, what traumas they have, what habits am I still pushing forward. Like when we talking about women, like some women that we're dealing with, your agenda is long term, my agenda is for the night.
Yeah.
So we got two different agendas. You feel
I done been there too.
I'm just saying we.
Trust me.
I'm saying we because a lot of times we need to hear that. When you have a man that's unbalanced, if you talk about relationship, he want relations and you want a relationship. It's two different energies. So now us as a man now being responsible, we understand what we're doing when we change energy like that. Just because I'm not feeling well, and we're not young like we used to be no more. So it's different now. It affects my mental. It affects my workout. I can't do as many dips I used to do. I'm like, hold on, wait. Something needs to shift, and I ain't got no winners trophy. What am I? So not keep once again going back. What am I doing, and why am I doing this consistently? When I don't feel bad, and then when I stop doing it, 'cause I didn't feel bad. I start doing it when I start feeling good. Like, oh, whoa. I became a slave to my lower half. And then realize that whenever the tail wag, I'm going somewhere. And when that happens, now, motherfuckers snatching my soul. They controlling me. Now my productivity drops. Now my focus ain't the same. Now I ain't meditating because now I'm thinking about round 3, round 4, round 5. So now my mind became almost a Judas consciousness. We'll read from the metaphysical dictionary. I know you understand the Bible too. It speaks about Judas being a sex conscious person only. Meaning he having so much sex, he's a thief and a devil because he having so much sex, not letting you rebuild yourself, you robbing yourself. So like a Judas mentality. I'm like, whoa, I read that to him. He came down here like, I didn't see that book. What I was talking about.
I ordered it.
So you ordered that damn show did.
I should have got it today. It ain't there.
It's a metaphysical Bible dictionary, and it breaks down that Yeshua's 12 disciples is the 12 parts of the brain. So breaking the book down to metaphysical, not just only physical, but let you see it from a grander scheme. You start reading, I'm like, and that makes sense.
Yeah,
like Jane stand for judgment, and like John stand for love. So we're getting the whole piece of actually what was going on, and then what happened was like, oh shit, like my energy shifted. I'm tired of feeding my flesh. I need to feed my spirit, and when I feed my spirit, it's like it's a different energy that I got access to compared to a lower feeling that's so temporary.
Hey, because you taking me back. I'm telling you, dog. On my behalf, I learned that at an early age.
What's up?
Exactly what he was saying. Like, I got where my mama was coming from. My mom was a nurse, so she used to always be on me about HIV back in the days and stuff like that. Yeah. But like, when it comes,
you went through it too, because you had a child at an early age too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have my first child till I was 27.
Yeah.
I had mine right out of high school. I was like 19.
Wow.
93.
See, that was like
that. I didn't have a chance to breathe.
I don't know how I would have reacted back then.
But so back in the days, like I used to be tripping in my mind because, you know, I'm cheating, I'm thinking, you know, I got this person, that person, and I'm saying at an early age, like 18, 19, and it was like, nah, for me, this taking up all my time. Like, look what it's doing. What are you gaining from this?
At 19, you were thinking like that.
18,
wow.
18, 19.
You was thinking like that then?
Because I wasn't doing nothing. Dog, y'all left me. You know what I'm saying? If I want to get back, I can get bad right now. Where my friends at? Oh, they in college. Nigga, you ain't going to college. You just in the street. You just in the street, nigga. And you.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't really think about that. I was like, yeah.
But I'm saying so. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing.
You out by yourself, feel like.
But I ain't accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, I get
nothing.
It. I get it now.
Nothing. So it was like, man, I'm just giving up my energy, giving up my body, giving up my time. The foolishness. It was foolishness straight. I wouldn't. To me, I'm not a worshiper of money, but I was making no progress. But except being in relationships, trying to fulfill a need that I really needed. I really needed it. I ain't gonna lie. But when I came to the realization of like just trying to get it, because you ain't doing it, ain't nobody fulfilling these needs, and I ain't gaining nothing from it. I ain't working, because you might want to take care of me, and you might. Wow. And to me, sometimes it's like shameful for me to even talk like that. But in them days, I felt like a peon. I felt like a peon, for real. And I'm just keeping it real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trapped into that. But when I learned my lesson, I used to be in that situation praying. I used to be like, boy, if I ever get out of this, boy, I ain't gonna double. And from then, I'm telling you, I learned at an early age. I got out of it by the time I say 19. And then from now on, never again. Never again, boy. I ain't tried to.
Lesson early.
I learned it early, man. Wow. I wasn't doing nothing, and I had to please you because I love you, and I had to please you because I love you, and I love you, and I love everybody. I was that dumb nigga. But keeping it real, because I was looking for a relationship.
You looking for love. You looking to be loved. I was a sucker for love.
Yeah.
Because I incorporated sex with love.
So them the two that you. So if you love me, you have sex with me.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a way that was.
That's the only reason why we doing it.
That was my release. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking.
We ain't doing it for no other reason because we love each other.
Man.
And so when we break up and you don't like me no more, nigga, where that came from? Alright, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we ain't want to admit it, but
like I'm gonna keep it real.
I was traumatized.
That's the part that's cool because what happens is for somebody that we have moments with become memories, that's an issue. I had moments with you, not some memories.
Yeah,
like that
could be traumatizing.
It could be. It was.
It is
because it's from a rejection.
Yeah,
from a lack.
I'm gonna tell you this now. Watch. This is what was another thing of mine. I felt like in my life, everybody I loved either left me or died. So especially when I got in a relationship, and that relationship went left. Oh, I was hurt. I'm talking about deeply hurt because it was. Now I'm experiencing all over again that feeling of loss, that void, that hurt, that pain, and it's like, oh, and that's why I didn't want to feel that. Let me get right. Oh man, I got me another girlfriend.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit here and waddle in this right here. Yeah. I'm finna go get loved again.
Yeah, you don't want to feel that pain.
I don't need it. I ain't got time for all this. Bump getting over that now. I'm over it right now. It's over.
We would never talk. We would never talk to deal with our feelings as a man.
Right.
We would talk to not show our feelings, not be soft, and not allow that to be acted as if that's it's a hindrance on us. What you do, go get somebody else. Like I don't give a fuck.
Hey, yeah. But and it started with the mama.
Why you say that?
It started with the mama. If you ain't getting the mama love, like I'm gonna tell you, for me.
No. I get what you're saying.
My mama said my mama had to work. Like so, my mama worked night shift. I was home by myself all night. When I get out of school, she going to work. I used to ask, beg my mama start working. Who gonna pay the bills? I've been working since I was 12, cutting hair since I was 12. Still cut hair right now. I'm telling you. But because I'm gonna try to take care of myself. I'm gonna try to help mama with my little help.
Yeah.
ain't gonna pay the bills. Cause mama still, she is a woman and she gotta live a certain way. My mama gotta look nice too. That's why to me, I don't care about taking care of my baby mama because I want my son to see she look good too. So he'll pick a woman that take care of herself. Because my mama took care of herself. And I'm gonna help mine take care of them. But at the same time, like what I'm saying, when my mama used to work at night, she wasn't there for me. So then same way in other families, whether the parent or the mother is looking for somebody to love or she's working hard, that child might still be getting neglected
I'm gonna
at
tell
that
you
time of the day.
You know where I get
what I'm
that
saying?
right?
So then they look for it in somebody else. And to me, like I don't blame nobody for me. Everything was a lesson for me, bro. Like to me, I appreciate because she showed me, my mama showed me to work hard for what you want. You know what I'm saying? She showed me like because I grew up in the house with her every day. And I was waking up to her, but at the same time, I wanted the affection of Mom, quit your job and stay home, thinking that they could pay the bills because I'm young and
not knowing, right?
Yeah. So I look for it. That's okay, you telling me you love me? Yeah, okay, I love you too. You telling me I love you and I love her. I love all y'all.
That's deep. I didn't realize that till you said it. It started with your mama.
Yeah.
Wow.
Child syndrome.
I so relate to that. It's called childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
wow.
Nah, I can. Oh man. Cause like you in the sense, remember when I was in high school, I lived with granny. Because me and my mother bumped heads all the time. So one of the worst traumatic experience I had was basically just me in my head. My grandma told me, leave your mama alone. She don't like you. Because, you know, me and my mama got into it so much, you know, she kicked me. I moved with granny. So now my big brother home, my little brother, my little sister home, I'm with granny. And my grandma was a nurse. So granny worked that night. Now here it is, I'm in high school. I ain't having no sex. Got the whole house to myself. Granny, I don't want no females in my house, but I respected my grandma so much. No, ain't nobody coming in there. And chicks, you try and come over. I'm locking myself out the door, all that. You not coming in my grandma's house. But I kind of looked at it differently because now I learned to be alone and accept it. Like I would go home, you know, granny, you know, she would cook my, you know, we in practice or whatever, but before she go to work, you know, she gonna cook my dinner, this, that, and other. She gone. I come home, I just gotta heat my food up. I sit there and take my shower and watch my little TV, whatever, whoop de whoop. Or we gonna go out, you know, we might go out during the week or just go hang out, sit around and drink a couple beers. We sit and drink quarks back then.
Right.
And we chilling. Come back home and that's it. But that was it. If
I never knew that. I never knew you. Basically, you stayed by yourself.
Yeah, I was always by myself. All the time when y'all came over there to pick over at my grandhouse, granny 9 times 10, granny going to work.
Hey, this
being raised by yourself,
conversation deep because he just took me to a place where like I can remember being a jit, like hearing my mama say I should probably. Hey, you know, I like to me, I ain't trying to put nobody out there because I don't think she meant it like that at this day and age. But she didn't want no more kids, and here I am. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like you a jit, you a baby, you man, I ain't want no more kids. And if I did have a kid, I wanted a girl.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm a jit.
That's traumatized. Yeah, she didn't mean it like that. She didn't mean
like I grew up to know that, but it's hard for me to like really share this because I don't like to me. I know my mama love me. I love her. I don't get if she still meant that today to me. I'm the type of dude that gonna show you. Yeah, you gonna be happy to have this. You should have tried again and got your girl, but to me you gonna be happy for this boy.
Well, that's traumatizing.
Yeah, but it's as a kid, like so I lived my life trying to please her, and it led over to in relationships too. And I'm telling you, I ain't perfect on nothing.
No, we none of us are.
Because what I thought was perfect, what I thought was right, because I learned from the streets. I learned from the streets, for real.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to brag about. A lot of people think it's something to brag about, because the streets will tell you all type of ways. and a lot of them, most majority of, but if you listen to the Almighty God,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna get the real news.
No.
Like you could get it in the street, but I'm just saying, like it depends on who he put out there for you, who in your
Fact.
path, and that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not down the streets and nothing like, because I learned a lot from that,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, you know, a lot of it is a lie.
Mm. They
Yeah.
romanticize
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah,
just a facade.
They romanticize
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Mm.
So
I had the same trauma with my mom, and what I had to do was I had to take my mom off this pedestal and start calling her mom, because she was a woman that was traumatized and molested at a young age, and make her human. But sometimes try to make our parents like super human,
yeah,
like certain things they shouldn't do.
that's
So I
how I
take
saw
mama
my
off
mom.
the pedestal, like, look, this was a woman who
Yeah,
molested at 7 years old, and this happened and that
she won't
happened.
even talk about it.
Right. So now I have to unlearn the way I felt about her because she didn't know no better. It's not like she meant to hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just something happened because in her hurting it, she hurt me too. My mom had me first time having sex. She was a virgin, got pregnant with me, skipping school. My mom was 18, and my granddad Joe Witness. So that's what saved me was not getting an abortion, cause being Joe Witness. So she the very first one, the one that everybody said was won't get no trouble. My dad from DC, you know, slick talking the Slater somewhere else, and then got pregnant. So now my dad was showing for me. I couldn't have no dad. So now my mama going through what she going through, trying to overcompensate, and me getting kidnapped and everything else. So now the whole situation of my life is traumatized.
Yeah,
What did you think you gonna get?
yeah,
A Lotus.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna get a Lotus. The reason I say a Lotus, that plane cross. The reason why I say lotus, because lotus only grow in the dirtiest, most filthiest places.
Mm.
You know, so we think we need this, need that, but the lotus,
Still grow.
yeah, it needs that. It can't grow in cleanliness. So it's showing us all of our stories,
Wow.
all of our stories that we're dealing with is helping us become lotuses. We needed different experiences to grow the way we was growing. And when I say they, just the way a romanticized society is. If you're not going to college, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you have a perfect life. No, man. No, I know plenty of people that went to colleges and we got better life than them. We get caught up in the illusion. We went in life, we got our dirt, we got hit across the head, but now we understand reality. It's not romanticized, it's not only educational, we book smart and street smart to give us a balance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So with that, there's no way we can't fit in. We not to be chameleons. I can go with the billionaires and hang out.
Absolutely.
I can go in the strip club and hang out. I can go with the people that's homeless and hang out because we're well rounded. So no matter what story somebody tell, we can find some type of commonality in it. That's the same thing T.H.U.G was doing. Meeting people right where they at without judging people.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it because T.H.U.G just means the temple. So all of us can be the temple and be so-called Jesus from Nazareth. And they keep saying Nazareth because Nazareth was a mundane place. Nothing qualified us how they came out of Nazareth. Same thing with Lotus. So for Yahshua to come out of Nazareth, that's saying a whole lot. So to find something relatable, because not really a religious person or spiritual, Lotus make a lot of sense to me because they don't need clean water. They need that mucky dirt stuff to grow. That's that nourishment that we got. Yeah. Nothing happens by mistake. It happens for us to learn the experience at an early age. You learned that at 18. I'm gonna learn that at 30 something. You feel me saying? I didn't lose my virginity until like 11th grade. I had to rush to do that because I was too busy being a daddy to my sisters. I was too busy being a dad to my sisters because my mom, my dad got divorced. My stepdad got divorced. So now my child is over at 10 years old. We 10 years apart. So hanging out, fishing, playing football, I'm a dedicated babysitter. So from 10 years old to now, I've been looking after people all my life. I'm 49 years old. So now I'm finally dragging all the lines in and resurrecting myself is how do I want people to see me based on how do I see myself? I see myself as whole. I see myself as complete. I see myself as a God. When we see ourselves, because we could be a dog, but spell a dog from right to left. It's a God. But look
Hey.
what's great with you today,
Hey,
man.
I'm glad y'all did it because I felt like, man, we need to have a homeboy moment right now because you said you 49. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? Yeah, man.
You ain't 49?
How old are you?
But
Okay.
you know, so I'm right behind you. You know what I'm saying? But no, hey, cause I be seeing some people stuff, boy, they be 50, and I be like, well, you was in my class.
That boy, yeah.
But nah, that was just a homeboy moment.
I like how you have a conversation with yourself like that. I like how you have a conversation with yourself like that.
Yeah, like
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
You are your own best therapist.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you better than you.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So for you to have that interpersonal communication,
Yeah.
right? I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Okay, that is so. I'm not gonna use the word normal because normal brought up here by people. It's not no such thing as really normal. But that's so the process of showing that you highly intelligent. A genius, because we think intelligence is only in our head. Ourselves have intelligence. So it depends on what we thinking, how it's gonna affect our intelligence. So that's why we gotta be very mindful of what am I feeding myself.
Yeah.
Present moment awareness. Like I tell Q, I don't worry about being mindful. I worry about being mind aware of where my consciousness is going.
Right.
My mind awareness, like what fuck is going on? What trying to intrude is right here. You feel low vibration thought, I can't control what thoughts come to me. I control how I respond to them.
Right.
As soon as some low vibration come, I switch with a higher vibration, and
Yeah.
I affirm it, and I feel it, and I release it. Because once again, we're lotuses. We been in the dirt, grimy, and we still here, and we don't look like that. I done seen people in our class that look like they done been drugged through the mud. No disrespect, because life is rough.
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? Life is
It
rough.
is.
You see some people that are in our class
Yeah.
missing teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like what happened?
Yeah.
That fear and that trauma, man, it drives us to different substances that we want to. My substance is marijuana. That's what I used to run to, just to bounce out my chemical. Once I learn how to breathe, once I learn how to meditate, I don't knock it. I haven't started, but I did with CBD. Now I smoke more lotus and more lavender to calm myself down. So it's a different way I'm self-medicating myself just so my inner divinity can shine. So when we thugging it, we're not realizing that we've been an instrument for the Most High. So even our clients can teach us something.
Oh yeah, that's how I learned the
You feel what I'm
most.
saying? So our clients can be an angel sent to us if we open hearted to that right there. Go ahead, you got it.
Nah, stay out of that judgmental place.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think they high and above.
Like yeah.
Nah, boy, you better humble
Stay
yourself.
Stay
humble.
Yeah.
Because to me, you knows nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, but I know a lot only through a higher power.
Of course.
To me, I ain't scared to confess it.
Yeah.
I believe in God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I read the Bible. I believe in Jesus. I'm not, to me, I feel like I'm in a comfortable environment where I can share that. And to me, whatever y'all believe,
come on.
You know, just y'all believe I accept y'all too. Like,
absolutely.
Because if you feel like you know the way, then you probably, but at the same time, like I say, I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you venture off, you learn stuff. And how do you learn it? You got to examine it for yourself. You got to examine the truth for yourself.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, people put in your life for a reason.
Yeah, facts.
People put in your life for a reason.
Speaking, my brother. Man, listen. It's a homeboy conversation. I know he don't want people to know, but Reggie is a reverend, y'all. I'm a reverend myself. I'm a spiritual minister. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't allow titles. Stop us from doing something. We're telling you where we got knowledge from. We're looking in the Bible, what's called Biblios, small black book to show you what's going on. We're speaking about Melchizedek, who was the super subconscious of the brain, who met Abram on the way back from killing kings and queens. So we get into that book and teach you something probably that your preacher ain't gonna preach it. We ain't preachers, we teachers. So when you teaching you something, we teaching you how to the book we speaking about, the Metaphysical Dictionary, was published in what, 1931? So we're going way before slavery. We're going before that. We're going we were God and goddesses. Now we just bring to you to a common conversation. You think it's light, but it's high level conversation with people that you will probably never have the opportunity to know how intellectual they are. I don't want to share the intellectual property with myself by myself. I had one-on-one with both of them, and sometimes y'all have no idea how powerful it is. Because no, to keep it real, Reggie called me and said he didn't want to do this because how he felt. I said, man, really? He said, I still ain't comfortable. I said, man, this. I said, dog, I know you feel, dog. Just come vibe with it. Because I know when he came here, he came here like, bro, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm ready, dog. Let's do this. Because fear is cool to have because it can save you.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't stop you.
No.
Yeah.
I can show you the text what he sent me. But look where he at right now.
I can show it too.
Look where he at right now. Yeah. I know. Yeah. And look how more relaxed he is right now.
You would never know
You
it.
feel what I'm saying?
You would never know it was uncomfortable.
Man,
You just
but too, you got this. Go and be in uncomfortable situations.
That's how you grow.
Sometimes you gotta step outside your comfort zone.
To me, I'm telling you, but I'm like, I can grow without this. Don't make me go. And he talking about, now you come by. I was like, he's just making it hard. But at the same time, to me, he's just making it hard. When I got here, it's like to me, I ain't even paying attention to no camera. I don't to me, it's a vibe.
Yeah,
it's us, man. That's what it is.
Right. Yeah. We letting the outside world see how three gods come together and have a mastermind talking about our fear, talking about our trauma, talking about our sexual addictions, speaking about the trauma with our mother, taking her off that pedestal and realizing that she had her own trauma too. Understanding what my mom did to me as a young person at 5 years old. Him hearing what his mom said when he was young. Him listening to what his mom said when he was young. Oh, you see the commonality? We got issue with our mom, our grandmamas was kind of prevalent in our life. The streets was prevalent in our life. So, and then on top of that, we know about that book. So how we can't be well around it?
Wow.
So think about it. Wow. And if you look in the book, the Most High chose killers, drug dealers, liars, motherfuckers that used to stutter. So what made you think he won't choose you? Yeah. How come you can't? How come what? How come you feel like the Most High using you to show you how powerful he or she is? Yeah. Stop being so stubborn. For real. Recognize that fear and push through it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We on here. We ain't trying to be perfect. We live. Ain't taking no double takes. We ain't trying to cut and edit nothing. We just letting y'all in how God's actually talk. So whatever your perception was, we changing that. We showing you when we sit down what we talking about. It ain't all about fucking bras. Yeah. It ain't about robbing. It ain't about smoking. It's about understanding why am I so fearful and what habits do I have from it? And now we can sit down and we can relate to it. Yeah. How much more powerful idea can say to me having a trauma mind? How can a trauma mind free me? My mind traumatized. I'm trying to do everything to shake it, but nothing outside can soothe me. I gotta be soothed from the inside. So now let me put my energy out there. When they say you point the finger, he's pointing back at you. So I'm pointing at me. It ain't you, it's me. And I really mean that. You feel me? So don't take it personal. We overstanding how trauma from a childhood it still affects us right now as grown as men, almost 50 years old. Yeah. I had a client of mine, true story. He was 91 years old. He passed not too long ago. He was 91 years old. His wife was 85. She was gone to the store for too long, and he called asking who you messing with. At 91, he's still insecure. Oh Lord. He went to his grave insecure at 91 years old. So age don't mean you're gonna get nowhere. Age just mean your ass ain't died yet. If you don't do this work, come aware of your trauma, recognizing your fears, you will die. What? A low self-esteem man at a ripe age. He was trying to make her feel good. That's what that was. But listen, let me tell you another part. Trying to figure it out. And he moved out for 30 days.
Oh no, he was just serious.
I'm just telling you, how trauma is. I'm gonna show you how trauma is. Then the older you are, we laughing, but to be, I'm telling you. But the thing about his age, who you want to talk to about that? The men at that old, they want to talk about their feelings. So he had to deal with it at his term. He left. We got opportunity to talk about that openly. Wow. Back then they couldn't do that, and we could read about our feelings and emotions. They couldn't do that. Yeah. So this thing about somebody back then who was not reading and understand themselves, they're trying to teach us about life. From what the stump knocker preacher was telling them from a limited resource in the Bible. How the fuck we supposed to be on home? Think about it. Hey,
Hey,
I
what?
might not should have said that. He was trying to make her feel good.
No, you can say what you want to say.
Nah,
It's
that's
what you said. You said just what you was supposed to say.
You
What
know
you
what?
did?
Nah,
You know what? That's exactly what we thought it was.
no, because I'm trying to like to be.
Oh,
Trying to make
Like
sense of it.
yeah, because I'm trying to think that like
No,
that
think
that
about it,
ended for
don't
me at an
this.
early
Don't
age. Like,
romanticize that.
okay, thank you.
Don't romanticize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It is
Like
what
I
it
don't want
is.
to. I don't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
As you said,
yeah.
right? You do the
I
right
thought I
thing.
got rid of that way back then. So
Some
to
people
me,
don't,
like,
though.
whoa, for
Yeah,
real, people
yeah,
be
yeah.
like,
Real
you
talk.
heard that for
Real
real?
talk. Real talk.
Like to me,
You mesmerized, sound like.
no, it's like for real. Like you
Yeah.
at that age, like
that
for
age.
real.
Because
because
in our mind,
Yeah.
but look at what fear he had to make him think that. That's not
You don't know what
No,
people
that's not
going
good.
through.
So what happened to him at that age? He's 91 years old. He went to his
He
grave,
got tricked on a lot.
whatever it may be, he went to the grave with it.
Yeah.
He never
Oh wow.
reached
So he didn't even overcome that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He
That's
never
kind of bad.
overcame it.
Yeah.
He never overcame
I
it.
ain't even
He
think
left
about
it.
That's why you say
Yeah, he left it that way, man. Yeah, he left it, man. See,
no, he could have been. No, can I go? Can I go here for a minute?
Please.
He could have been getting cheated on in the 80s and the 70s. What the 60s? I'm thinking no. Like
he's
I'm
91
sorry.
now.
I'm scared.
He's
He's 91. So he held that trauma
Yeah.
for them many
Yeah.
years.
I said, I think he got tricked on a lot.
Yeah, like to
If
me,
you that old, man,
like
you old as Methuselah, and you think that old ass lady tricking on you.
Your mind.
Yeah, you don't
your
get tricked
mind.
on a lot.
it
You
sounds funny,
traumatized.
but dog,
It's-
it's serious. Like really,
it's showing
people.
She
you.
ain't even
Age
think about
mean
no
nothing.
Man, God, please help
Age
me.
mean nothing.
Don't
But
let
you're
me
doing
go
the right
through it.
thing because
I want to get over.
by you talking about it,
Yeah,
the law of the mind states
Thank
if I
you.
want to release something, I gotta replace it with something.
yeah.
If I want to make room for something, I gotta let something go. By you having a conversation, that's making room for the Most High to fill you back up.
Yeah.
Cause we holding old shit that is it's called. We need a spiritual animal. That's why I did this 4-day fear detox. It helped me release all that back of spiritual bullshit. I believe I had a romanticized view on life. So now I'm no longer romanticizing with life. When I heard that story about a dude, 91 years old, and he left out for 30 days, he moved out.
Wow.
I'm saying to myself, I became very grateful and realized I'm working on myself to be a better me. And I'm recognizing different crutches and habits that have me sometimes by my throat. I can catch myself. You know what? I say thank you.
Hey, and I don't want to put that out there like I'm laughing and picking on anybody.
Oh, no, not at all.
To me, I'm telling you, like, because that's
down.
yeah.
You laugh so you want to cry. See,
I mean, I'm kind of laughing though. That was funny.
No, man.
That's
serious. That's a serious thing.
By laughing.
Yeah.
When I laugh, laughter is a form of easing up.
Yeah.
If I've been in a serious situation, I'm gonna laugh to release some of the tension in the room.
Yeah.
So my laughing, the ha ha laugh, I'm like, whoa, could that be me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't do my work or didn't come in contact with spirituality, could I still be a stubborn old man?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to
go to the show.
You might have been on that road to that.
I was on the highway. I was going real fast. I wasn't on the road. I was on the highway. Going 90.
Hey, I don't never want to deal with nothing that long. I'm telling you, I pray, God, and I hope that I can, get my help when I need it. That's why I try to look inside myself every day.
I mean,
every day, look inside yourself every day to see what's going on with you.
I'm glad, like when you just said that, because you know what, I go through certain things, like I've been married, divorced, whatever, and
same.
Some people hold on to that shit forever.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed that I go through stuff.
Yeah.
And I go ahead on and soak that in. I go through that pain. I go through that fire, whatever. But then after a while, everything kind of subsides. And I'm going to get past it. It's over with. And I'm done. I keep it moving. But when I'm going through it, it hurts. That's some pain.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit going on.
And to me,
but
even after
it's good to go through it. Once you get through it and get past it, now you done learn from it. You got the experience. On the other side of this, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And what
you gotta feel the pain though. To make it real.
And
in my mind,
that you was able to bring that up, like that's amazing to me. Because even after that, like to me, I done felt like a failure. behind divorce. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, man, I had with kids that I had, you know, you feel like a total, it ain't no fun, and people, that's trauma. That's trauma, but you know they'll see you as a man, like, oh, you a man.
I went
you
through
don't
my
care.
divorce in prison.
You
So
go,
I got a
you
double
go
whammy.
through it. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I'm talking about the Glades County Correctional, a sheriff or whatever, came to the prison and served me my divorce papers. And I'm like, y'all fucking serious? This is some bullshit.
Damn.
I'm already sitting there, got them in a chain gang, and now you give me a divorce paper. Boy, I was going through it. Then my daddy died, and I'm like, boy, this is some hell I'm dealing with. You talking about suicidal experiences I had? I was just like, man, I just want to jump off the top tier head first. Boy, it was some time that I went through in that boy behind that wall.
Yeah, but you got through it,
Yeah,
and you stronger. Like, boy.
That's it. And it's never for me. I know some people that wore it and never. They just had a bad time. Like,
Yeah.
boy, goddamn. But for me, it was more like dealing with my family on the outside. I had a child that was born after I got incarcerated. So it's like I can't even beat her. I can't beat her for the birth. My child didn't know who the hell I was when I got out. You know, so it was like, whoa, that was traumatic. And just like I said, my daddy passed, and you know, getting divorced and just being alone for calendars. And just now I'm angry because I'm incarcerated. And then you seeing some of the craziest shit go down. Like, man, where the hell am I? I'm like, what? Well, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone sometimes. Like, just the shit that go on in there. You like, this shit is not real. This shit is made for TV. But yeah, that was a hell of an experience. But I'm so glad I experienced it. Boy, I'm talking about. I'm
grew from it. You
happy
made it
that
out
I went through it.
Yeah,
and I went through it unscathed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I done had my little fights and all that there, and whoop-de-woo, and stayed in the box and whatever. But man, I'm
even the box alone. Well, you gotta have some big.
I mean, hell, I was a check-in man. Man, I'm tired. I don't feel like going to work, man. I'm gonna go cuss out one of these guys. Y'all finna lock my ass up. I ain't finna be working for free anyway, goddamn. Let me go lay down and think. Okay, I want to think this long, but yeah, whoa. Oh, big on that.
Careful what you ask for. Plus some.
The bottom line.
That was 90 days. Hey, man, 3 months, man, too long. Man, can I go back to work, please?
For the free. I changed my mind.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well,
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's
Hey, this is us, man. This is live and in color.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that.
I'm happy to be here, man.
The truth is sometimes very funny, man. You know.
Yeah.
It just.
I got this vibe.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
And it's relieving too,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So, man, before we get out of here, man, y'all got any burning desires, any topics that popped in your mind? Anything you want to share?
Oh, it is weird. Today, normally I might have a lot to say. I kind of just been kind of going with the flow, but I'm just enjoying the moment. I like being outside too, man. It feels good out here. But yeah, man, I just enjoy the fellowship, and I enjoy letting y'all come in and kind of just see how we ride. This is basically what we do on a regular basis anyway. You know what I'm saying? When the camera ain't on, I mean, we just chopping it up. You know, I mean, we politic for real. And the things we talk about is this type stuff, you know. And one thing I can say, we don't really talk about no bullshit.
No.
You know,
high vibration.
It has to be relevant to something going on in our life, and it's usually something positive, or we trying to work toward a solution to make something positive. So that's pretty much it, man. You know, find some good, positive people in your life, man. Interact. Get out there and live.
We're gonna have to find Reggie name because Professor Q that came out so natural to me.
Yeah. Hey, you call me Reggie, because to me, you know what they say about Reggie nowadays, or regular. Regular. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. I used to care about that, but I don't care about regular. Call me old regular. You know what I'm saying? Old.
I ain't gonna call you old.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing old about you.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. But
in the final, any Any energy you want to give?
The energy that I probably would give right now is, man, find your support team, people who you can get around that gonna support you, not in whatever you gonna do, because you want people that gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like when I come sit around people who I grew up since Everglades days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember the days.
Facts.
You know,
Wildcat,
Professor Q, Dillard Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've been vibing like this. We've been it been the positive. You know, to me, I came around y'all when I was down, and to me to have a good time. I didn't know a lot of things that y'all guys was going through.
Mm-hmm.
But when we got together, like we helped each other out, and it's still the same way
Yeah.
for us to be grown men, because a lot of grown men don't like to share
Right.
about what they go through or what they've been through. You know what I'm saying? And get you a group of people that gonna support you and gonna listen to your mind and don't judge you. That's what I would say.
The words of my mouth, man. Find you a team.
Mm-hmm.
And a team could be two people that's going to not judge you, but listen to understand you, and then allow you just to be you, regardless of what mode you show up in. As long as you're being respectful, not trying to hurt you or nobody else, that's the most important. Being able to talk about it. Sometimes you don't need people trying to listen to you to solve something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need somebody to listen to you, just to listen to find how can I relate to see what's going on with it.
Yeah.
It's just a relatable conversation. So now that when we're smiling, it's a truthful smile. I'm not suffering in silence because I got people I can call and have a very vulnerable conversation. And like, really, how you ain't show that? Because we were taught not to show that.
Yeah.
Hence, in case the truth behind the smile, not the facts, but the truth behind the smile. Yeah. What you really smiling about?
Yeah.
What got you smiling? And now this is a smile of joy. It's a smile of bliss. This is a smile of meekness. It's a smile of stubbornness. It's a smile of endurance. And a smile of patience, man. So with that being said, Namaste Thug, Professor Q, my brother Reggie. Love yourself unconditional, man.
Yeah, Reggie Cole.
Hey, man. RC, huh? We call that baby brother. There it is. Brother RC. We got it. What's up, brother RC? Hey, man, to the next podcast, man. Either Tuesday or Saturday. Tap in and tune in. Remember, share, like, and subscribe if it makes sense to you.
Peace. Peace.
Hey, man.
Well, all right.